Good morning and good morning, Carrie-Anne. And it is lovely weather here at the moment. Still some cloudy skies looking like they're pending, but lovely to see you here. And good morning from Arena. It's great to see you here as well. I'm just checking on my iPad because I have got that monitoring. I've got this sending out to my YouTube channel, the Facebook profile and page, and also mytimetv.live, and a group I'm involved in. It's called Women in Business Amplified. That is a private group, but you can see it, I think, if you search, and ask to join if you would like to, if you're in business, obviously. Good morning, Michaela. Wonderful to have you here too. I'm going to put my link in for the reminder to this coming weekend. It's only a couple of sleeps away. It's still that childlikeness in me, isn't it? Sleeps away till I get to Mount Gambier, and there are some spaces left for bookings if you would like to. So that's the road trip that Leanne and I are taking. So you can certainly go to the events page to book with Leanne, or my direct link is that one that is there. Okay. So just thought to put that in before I forgot. Now, we're here for the daily Lenormand card spread reading, and I am Ros Boundy Psychic Medium, presenting this to you, sharing it with you, really spending some time that just goes into gaining a little bit of daily guidance from cards, from whatever other aspect too that you like to use as far as your guidance goes. I do ask you to connect in with what your spiritual guidance is, whichever way you do that too. So whether it's just that you rely on what is your gut feeling or the intuitive senses that you have as to what the messages are from the cards, certainly tap into that. Tap into directly to your spirit guides if that's the way that you prefer, and connect at your most highest level, or just into your heart space and that soul level of knowingness. So here we go over to the cards, and we've got the 5. It is the Lenormand card deck that I use, and I use specifically Sarah Marchetti's Gilded Reverie. Beautiful deck of cards. I love them, and they're just my favourites. I just noticed I've got my sigil stuff there. I did have to move my table around a little bit, so I'm just going to shift it over a little bit further so you don't see the text. I did that the other day, was the sigil creation. Now, we've got the cards here that starts with my owl card, because I love starting with the wisdom of the owls. Take the good with the bad, smile with the sad, love what you've got and remember what you had. Always forgive but never forget. Learn from mistakes but never regret. Because mistakes are really just a learning opportunity, not something that we need to continually ponder over as if, oh, that was bad. It's a learning opportunity, nothing more really, in my view. We need to make mistakes to know that we are working through and growing and challenging ourselves, really. Now, look at this set of cards. Aren't they magnificent? I mean, I do love them. I like seeing the compass because it's a bit of playfulness, but realigning and lots, the rider. Anyway, we have the letter in the home space. We've got the birch broom and whip in the workspace. It is the compass in that unexpected energy center. And we've got the rider in our responsibility, our role center. And here we've got in the center, it is the well. We did have the well in the home space yesterday, I think. So it has shifted, like everything changes and shifts. We've got this card here in the center, outcome role. but it's also that pivot point. I love seeing it, seeing any of that, like whatever it is that's in the center, I think has that overall effect on our reading as well. Good morning, Rosie. Lovely to see you here. I see you've been traveling around a little bit around your home space. I love the photos that you post. It's wonderful. So with a letter in the home space, I think it is getting into that more personal communication and connection with those who we love in our, the relatives, the family, that we've grown up with. I do feel this one is that personalised, wonderful writing that we can do for and with someone else. So whether you're writing to someone else or you're going to receive a letter or communication in the form of text, so it's something that is actually written down. So be open to that today. Even if you get out a pen and paper and journal and send it off into the ethers, if it's a letter to a loved one who's passed over, that's a way of communicating with spirit if you're really not sure of how to connect yourself with them on a mediumship level. It is a form of communicating via mediumship. So put that into action. If you've never tried it, see what you come up with as a result. And Rosie, yes, you're in Victoria. School holidays already, is it? I wasn't sure. I don't have kids around anymore, so I don't know. The kids that I've got at the moment are 2 puppy dogs that I'm dog sitting for a little bit. Whoops, I'm trying to get these comments up. And we do have a troll. Kim, good morning. How are you? Lovely to see you here. If ever you see the spammers troll types, do right click or hold on their comment until, depends device you're on, hold on their comment until you come up with that report spam. It certainly helps have that sort of thing stopped more. Well, if they don't know, they're not going to do it. Good morning, Deirdre. Lovely to see you too. Lovely, lovely. So we'll get back to here. So write those letters, do the communication that you need to that's on that more personal level, because it does feel to me like it's a little more intimate on that level of, the person closely. It's not just to a business person, that type of thing. Yes, I've got the puppy dogs to look after for my daughter. Her new block that she's moved into hasn't got a fence yet. So here we are also in our workspace now with the birch broom and whip. It just means cleaning out old stuff, sorting through, getting things happening so that the flow of energy is continuing onward for productivity. So in whatever way that you're seeing that in your day-to-day, do that. I do think that, Michaela, texts do count, I think, on that communication level. It's just nice sometimes to, like, we've left behind that is handwritten. Apparently in some places in the US, handwriting isn't even being taught anymore. It's keyboard skills. And I think that's an absolute shame, because there's an energetic connection between what is your brain and your hand writing physically. That flow of energy goes into the words, and there's some artistry in how these letters are formed as we are either printing or cursive. I've got some beautiful letters that have been written by my mum. Artistic, absolute, beautiful handwriting. Why are we not continuing that? So give it a go. So texts do count, though. Keep moving with that is going to be in your workspace, whatever it is that you're working in. So the whip is not about really being severe. It's just keeping the energy flowing. Good morning, Caitlin. How are you? How's JC? So, it's just that will, what tool, what sort of thing do you give yourself that is going to be that kick in the pants, that crack of the whip, that sound that keeps you moving, that something. I know there's a tool, well, it's called a tool. It's just a technique that I've seen taught in whatever coaching sessions and etc. Pomodoro, you just set a timer for half an hour. I happen to have a tomato shaped timer because it's something to do with tomatoes, and I can't remember the details of it. Someone else might know that. Set it going and put a task into action for that particular time slot. Go and have a rest and a break. Set it again for the next if you need to. It's that type of technique. So, yes. And Deirdre, you're saying you agree with me about the writing. Yeah, you get handwritten letters too. It's not many of them because, I wasn't privy to that. And I suppose mum and dad probably, once they were married and the rest, those letters just disappeared. That's a keepsake, also from people who've passed and were close to you. Yeah, it's seeing the artistry, the beauty in some of those handwritings, and the words that are expressed in the older style of language as well. Oh boy, you've too much work to do today to take a holiday. Yeah, some of us have different things to do that create a busyness, don't they? And Rennie, you've got letters that your mum wrote to your grandma when she was about 5. Oh, that sounds gorgeous. So they're a more naive learner child writing, is it? And yeah, she's been good, thank you. Oh, you took her this morning. Just took her morning meds at 8 with peanut butter, but doing good. That's how I used to give Peanuts. Her medication was in peanut butter too. So yes. I am fine, thank you. There is 2 puppies. I might just show you quickly. There's there they are, the 2 of them, in my mess. Oh my God. I just, whoops. I think Oreo was practicing something he shouldn't be. There's a boy and a girl there, but they're both de-sexed. We'll keep onwards with our reading. So here we are up at the unexpected. Yeah, I agree. Oh, they are cute. Their personalities are wonderful. They are cute. Whoops, hang on. They're adorable, actually. And the funny thing is, both of them slept on the bed with me last night, which I was only expecting one of them to jump up on the bed. Both did. So I had a very warm and cozy sleep last night. Yeah, they are so cute. And thank you for showing them. Look, I think anytime we can share our fur babies and how we love them around, I think that's a good thing because it really does spread that loving vibe. And dogs, well, they're just unconditional love when we treat them well. They really are. My daughters, they are my daughters, and they are lovely. So thank you. We will get back onto the reading, otherwise it go too long. Here we go with the unexpected. It's the compass, and it really is realigning. It's setting our direction. And because it's in the unexpected, there'll be a few moments where you'll think, oh, what's next? And that's all you do. Think the compass, and you're going to have that direction. What's next? What way am I facing? Take the next step. That's going to be there absolutely for that purpose in those unexpected moments. And yeah, they are lovely. Absolutely lovely. Well said. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Caitlin. So, and with the rider, that's where I think, our role is to step out and start that new direction. Be ready to receive a message too, because the rider actually is the message bringer. And it could be that message of the new direction, whatever it is we're needing to take, that next step. It could be something we're going to receive from one of our loved ones on the other side. If you don't feel comfortable in connecting with them directly, like mediumship allows us, see the signs and symbols and things that are maybe going to pop up in your day that will bring that message in to you directly, and you're thinking of them. That is mediumship. That is them sending the sign for you. That is you receiving it. So be ready for that. It could also mean that you're needing to send a message out to someone else. Remember, there's always the 2 ways in any communication. Actions create consequences. It's all of that 2-way balance in life. We have that in every single thing we have around us happening around us, what we instigate, what we receive, what's the result of it, the consequences, all of that sort of thing. Be ready for that. But it's a marvelous adventure in how we move into that ride of our life, our role in it as well. So it's having that awareness and presence of mind, mindfulness, all of those wonderful words that are floating out and about in and around us. Allow yourself to have that connection of understanding when you're receiving as well. Okay, so that's what I'm getting there. With our outcome, with whatever we have in our day, we have the well of resources. The well is that never-ending bucket, so to speak, that we can put that bucket in and bring up whatever we need. So tap into that. Don't doubt it. Know that you've got the ability for anything that you're being faced with today. And it's not always just a, God, I've got to face this. It really is, wow, what can I offer today in my pathway in life? What's next? You know, as far as bringing in that slightly different perspective, that it's not just a task, it's not just a job, it's not just something that we have to do. It's what we're creating forward so that we can be that energy, that flow of love that's moving into someone else's day, possibly. It could be just the one thing we say that someone else hears that's going to be an influence for the rest of their day, maybe their week, or maybe their life. We don't know. We just trust that connection we have with ourselves in that spirit connection. If you know, practice it with that type of perspective moving forward, and allowing yourself to know this is my resources bringing forward what is needed for the world, for the energy that is humanity, because we are all connected. And that's rather profound from spirit, isn't it? So there we go. And Caitlin, you've had heaps of signs in the past from your sisters who recently passed. Oh, one of your pa's sisters who recently passed. Yeah, dad's sister. She's a wonderful woman. 91, that's a wonderful age. She would have had a lot of experience in her life. And she loves staffies too. Wonderful. And she's talking to you, yes, as she never had kids. And that's the type of connections that we can have. And JC's looking around now. You see, it's even the thoughts of who are, and I'm going to shift from the cards now just to me, because even the thoughts of who we are, the thoughts that we have of those of our loved ones, and thoughts of, it does bring it into that reality of existence, of that knowing, and really creating that solidity, I suppose, in some sense, that this is a truth for you, for whoever else is receiving, or whoever else is enacting, that you receive too from. And be open to all of those possibilities, like the writer is suggesting as our role. Be open to all those possibilities of what is that adventure of life in our day to day, because this is the specifics of our guidance for today. But it doesn't limit it to there. All of the energies that we have as our past and to now, and each and every one that's going to move into our day and then move us forward, it's going to be bringing that into that forward energy as well. The whole lot. There is capacity. There is never-ending never-ending possibilities. It's never-ending energy connections. And it's just wonderful to feel into that, of what is our strengths connecting into all of everybody else's, and even that it are our weaknesses, because each and every one of us grows from that magnitude of what the energetic humanity is. It's what we're here for. So there you go. And Carrie Ann, you love the cards. You go get so much positive out of them. Yeah. And life isn't just all about the positives, the negatives. I mean, it's like I mentioned earlier, it is that balance. There has to be the salt and pepper in life. There has to be that is a no and a yes, and all of it. But really bringing our intentions into being that is shifting it into the positive of experience that grows us, that brings out that absolute, the unconditional love for each other, and everything like that. So look, I will leave it there. Thank you so much for joining in. Have another contemplation or replay of what the cards are, or just look at the photo that is actually in my profile, I think it is. Have a look and feel into it for more of what it might mean for you when you need to through the day, or not. None of it is a condition that you have to do anything. Feel what Spirit's connecting you to as you move through your day. So thank you from Caitlin. Makes so much sense. Love when you talk about things in the morning. Oh, thank you. And thank you from Kim. And have a wonderful day to everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And yes, I do receive that thank you from you too. Thank you. That's lovely. Lovely messages today. Thank you from Deirdre. Have a busy day ahead for you. Relax when you need to, just allow the flow to go. We create our own busyness, and at times it's an overload. Breathe through it and allow that connection to relax, the connection with spirit to relax you. Allow that. And at the right moments. And the compass is a good one to redirect you as well. And thank you, and enjoy those pups. Oh, I am while I've got them here. Thank you. So for those who I'll be seeing in Mount Gambier, thank you. Spread the word. And for those who are returning tomorrow, I think I am doing still the Friday night one tomorrow night. But anyway, I'll see you tomorrow morning around the 8 o'clock. Thank you, thank you. And thank you for that one too. Love it. Love these messages, and many thanks for the pups. I think I showed that. Keep being the best you that you can be, and namaste.